more, the man picks up the thrown objects as the ghost reappears in the
What the
window.
fuck?
The
What
man
the
has the opportunity to come face to face with the ghost.
How does he
this
not
time, as
see?
it
Hey guys, Dennis Machina here. Thanks for hanging out. Today's reaction comes from Slapped Ham. This is mysterious footage that will make you question everything. But before we get into it, please go over and support Slapped Ham. I'll leave a link to their channel, along with a link to the original video in the description below. Then go over and support my channel. It's very easy. Scroll right below this video. Give that like button some love. And if you're new here, please click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because I put up new videos every single day. And every little bit of support helps. So without any further ado, thank you.
Some videos present viewers with an unsettling feeling right from the start.
Yeah,
This video,
looks
uploaded
like
to YouTube by user Memoria Sobrenatural INC, is one such example. In the mysterious footage that's presented, the viewer first
Jesus,
sees a man
what?
decked out and ready to fight anything
Got
malicious that comes
bullets.
his way. Equipped with an axe and a belt of bullets, the man seems to be headed towards some serious danger.
Jesus, he's got
Having driven to what
my
appears to
God.
be an abandoned cabin, the man doesn't waste any time breaking the front door down violently.
Why?
It quickly becomes apparent why the man has taken such drastic and forceful measures from the start, as the camera pans over to a set of double doors, seemingly opening all on their own.
But weapons aren't going to
Seems as though
help
the
you
building
fight the
itself is
supernatural.
rebelling against the man's presence, as it's shown falling down around him.
Wow,
As
okay.
the footage continues, a candle is seen burning out without any force around
Why
it.
was the
as
candle
well
there
as
to begin
objects
with,
moving
though?
on their own. Focusing on eerie statues and burning effigies, as well as odd
What?
stray animals and strange decor,
That is
one
so-
has to wonder what the building
Okay,
had
that's
previously been
creepy.
used for.
Don't stare
If
at
it
me,
was a
please.
residence, it's clear something disturbing must have occurred here. Objects continue to fall in the man's path, seemingly pushed by poltergeists or other such forces.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps
That
most
may be
frightening of
just
all,
the wind.
video depicts a Christmas tree suddenly engulfed in flames spontaneously.
What the... I've never seen that.
Leaving the room, the man sees a chair on fire moving on its own as the door to the room closes itself.
Looks like it's being pulled away by something, and
Truly
as soon as he
frightening,
leaves,
this
closes the
video
door.
depicts one of the most seemingly haunted areas to have ever existed.
I still like to know what the hell is going on here. That looks like it's maybe supposed to be like a scarecrow thing just standing there. Like, that looks like it was propped up. I don't know. Like, when things move on their own, it's one thing, but things spontaneously just catch on fire like that, I don't know. That feels really staged to me.
There is perhaps
Because I've never seen that in just a normal haunting. Like, I see things move, but
more frightening
never
than
that.
the idea of a supernatural attack occurring in your own home while you're sleeping. The mysterious footage uploaded by YouTube user The Gundawuru is a disturbing account of just that. Showing a man fast asleep, the viewer soon sees things go awry very quickly. As the man is sleeping, the CCTV footage captures an object falling directly off the wall, unprompted.
oh my.
Next, the man's sheet is swiftly pulled off him as he continues to sleep.
What?
A curtain is pulled back on the wall as the man readjusts himself. Realizing his sheet's been pulled off, the man pulls it back over himself and returns to sleep. Just as the man turns over, a figure is spotted on the outside of the window, seemingly floating and staring into the room.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Creepily, the figure continues to
Oh,
float
no.
and stare into the room as other objects fall off the wall.
That looks inhuman. Okay, that's something else.
This seems to wake the man as he finally sits up. The presence outside slips away as the man begins to get up.
It's sort of
Flipping
hiding
on the
from
light,
him.
the man realizes the room is askew and readjusts the curtain, picking up the falling objects. Switching off the
Looks
light once
okay.
again, the video takes a second to readjust to the lack of light.
What is going on in here,
The
though?
light in an adjacent room flickers on and off as the man gets back into bed. A rattling sound is heard as the curtain covering the ghost's window begins to move once again. The curtain peels back just as the ghost reveals itself
What?
in the window.
Oh my god, that looks terrifying!
Much nearer to the sleeping man.
Was that the same thing that was over here?
Objects in the opposite corner are thrown violently as the man's sheet is pulled back yet again, just as the ghost disappears. The man doesn't seem to realise why he feels unsettled, but is awoken once again, surveying the thrown objects. Turning on the light once more, the man picks up the thrown objects as the ghost reappears in the window.
What the fuck?
The man has the opportunity to come face to face with the ghost.
How does he
this
not
time, as
see?
it doesn't back away. The man takes a sip of water,
Oh, no.
seemingly oblivious to the face, until an eerie noise is heard.
Oh!
Looking up, the man finally comes face to face with the ghost, only to fall down in absolute shock. The man's fate is unknown, as this is where the video abruptly ends.
Holy crap, just the way he fell down. This looks legit just because that is genuine fear as he's just sort of taken it back and then he's falling down like that. Jesus.
Uploaded to YouTube
Hello?
by the channel True Horror Stories of Texas, this footage was allegedly originally captured by a Nazi photographer in Siberia in 1948. As though that fact
That's
alone wouldn't make
really
any
old.
footage captured unsettling enough, this video is particularly unusual. The mysterious footage appears to capture an animal that can only be classified as the long-extinct woolly mammoth.
Sure is, with those long tusks.
The size and shape of a large tusked elephant,
There you go.
the creature seems too obviously long-haired to be anything else. The timing is eerie, as at that point the animal had long been extinct.
Sure
while
have.
Technology had not yet evolved to the point of creating such an animal digitally. An extremely short clip, this footage is still unsettling nonetheless. Could this really be a woolly mammoth that has somehow managed to survive in the harsh wilderness of Siberia?
But why is it also coming out now? Like, this is the first time I'm hearing of it, unless other people have, and I'm just completely
Uploaded to
oblivious to all
YouTube
this
by
stuff.
Amazing Football Skills, this video was
This is a
meant to
ghost
capture
one?
a routine football game. Instead, the
think I've seen this
mysterious
before.
footage seemed to have captured something else entirely. Throughout the game, it appears a supernatural guest
okay,
goes
right here.
largely unnoticed. As the camera focuses on the crowd, it looks
Oh
as
my,
though a
look at it
mysterious
go.
figure is running to and fro between the ends of the field, straight through the crowd.
And nobody's reacting to it. That is really
The
weird.
figure runs with unnerving speed between the spectators. No one moves out of the figure's way as it continuously moves between crowds, up and down, back and forth in a way that is inhuman.
Very much so.
Compared to the football players on the ground, the figure is moving extremely quickly. What do you think this figure is? Is it simply a camera glitch or something far more sinister?
I feel like it could be a camera glitch just because nobody else is seeing it and only the camera is capturing it. But I have heard that there are ghosts that can only be seen on camera. I'm not sure if that is a thing or not. You guys will have to correct me on that.
Making the list of some of the most mysterious footage on the internet is this disturbing clip, uploaded to YouTube by Lucas Firmino Successo 2019. What is evidently footage of a security guard touring the perimeter of his building at night, the footage begins in a relatively routine way. The building seems to be abandoned and empty, with everything seeming normal at this time of night.
Yeah, if that looks okay.
Touring the perimeter, everything seems to be occurring as usual. That is until the man focuses the camera on a nearby escalator.
Oh! Oh, right
A
there!
strange figure is seen riding the escalator upwards.
Yeah, there she goes. White dress, black hair.
The guard appears to report the sighting before making chase. The footage goes blurry as the guard runs towards the figure.
That makes sense. Can't really hold
He
that
looks
steady
up
while
the
you're running.
escalator, but there's no one there.
No, nobody.
He then turns to see what appears to be a young girl running
Oh!
down a corridor. The guard yells and starts running. The footage then cuts out, and we're
Yeah,
left
there
wondering what
she
it is
is.
we've just seen. How is it that the young girl went up the escalator, but seconds later was somehow on the ground floor again? Were there two intruders playing a prank on this unsuspecting guard?
Maybe?
Or did we just witness the inexplicable movements of a ghost?
I feel like that could be a thing where they just dressed up exactly the same and just wanted to screw with this guy.
This mysterious footage, uploaded to YouTube by the Oregonian, works to prove this Oregon Dispenseries claim that it is in fact haunted. This short clip shows just a handful of supernatural activity, but that alone is enough to provide substantial evidence to even a skeptic.
Interesting.
A camera set up to provide security footage captured multiple odd occurrences over the course of just a few seconds. If you keep an eye on the jar of pens on the counter, something eerie happens.
Okay, right here.
As the footage elapses, It seems as though the pens move all on their own.
Huh.
Next,
that is very
the tip
strange.
jar on the counter seems to be moved by some unseen force.
Yeah, look at it move. Is it going to fall?
As a worker nearby is otherwise preoccupied, the tip jar moves several inches on its own
he's
across
totally
the
oblivious
countertop.
to it. Is it going to fall? Looks like it's going to fall.
Captured from two
Looks
separate
like it did.
angles, it seems impossible
Well, sort
that
of.
anything except the supernatural could have moved that tip jar across the counter. In an interview with the man working in the dispensary at the time the footage was taken, the man explains that he felt as though there was a presence standing next to him, right at the moment the jar was moving.
Well, that would make sense
As
with
the
that
jar
falling
falls,
over.
Andy gets the idea to check the surveillance cameras and sees the jar moving on its own. Speaking on both the jar and the pens, the general manager of the dispensary explains that the footage couldn't be legally doctored, as it's against state law to do so, as the cameras monitor goods of a sensitive nature.
Oh. So that could make it more legitimate.
As the dispensary had been built in a building that formerly housed a pharmacy at the turn of the 20th century, the general manager goes on to say she believes the building to be haunted by the ghost of the pharmacist, rearranging the items in the dispensary. When speaking to an expert on Oregon hauntings, the expert explains that the city is supposedly extremely haunted due to the city's rich history. Regardless of the city's past, the shop's owners seem to think the supposed ghost to be benevolent and otherwise harmless.
Well, that's good considering the type of ghost that we've seen up until this point.
Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at some eerie footage taken at a train station, remember to hit that subscribe button and tickle the bell icon.
Already did.
That way you'll be in the loop about all our latest creepy and scary content.
Already am.
Ending our list of mysterious footage is this video uploaded to LiveLeak by Viral Tab Video. The clip depicts a turnstile moving completely on its own. The footage begins with a passenger filming an otherwise deserted train station.
Yeah, it looks pretty empty.
With no one around, a nearby turnstile rotates as though someone is moving through it.
Oh. Yeah, that's moving and that's blinking, which is what
The
it's supposed to
flashing
do.
motion sensor even seems to detect that something
Yeah.
is moving through the ticket checkpoint.
What's supposed to happen? That's the unless
The
whoever
camera holder runs up to get a closer look.
unless
They
whoever is controlling that, if there is a way to actually control that, maybe he's
even
just
look
messing
around the
with the
side
person.
of the turnstile to make sure there's no one hiding.
Maybe there's like a camera on it and that can actually be
This
manipulated by
simple
somebody
yet
else.
eerie clip
I don't know if
leaves
that's a thing
you
or not.
wondering whether something paranormal has been caught on film. Love to get your thoughts on this mysterious piece of footage in the comments section below.
If it's something that can be controlled, I feel like they're probably just messing with whoever this is. But as far as this list as a whole goes, there were a few of them that I was a little skeptical about, especially the first one where things are just magically catching on fire. I've never really seen that before in any sort of hauntings. I don't know if that necessarily is a thing or not. And the fact that he goes in, just bullets and it's this huge axe, he's like looks like he's ready for a fight. And when you're going up against a supernatural, that is kind of unnecessary and looked like it was just more for show, which takes away from the legitimacy of it. I think the one that really got me was the one where the guy was just laying there and then the ghost was appearing around him. I feel like that could be staged as well, but it certainly did not take away from the creepiness of it. But what did you guys think? Please let me know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, ring the notification button because I put up new videos every single day. And I'll see you guys next time.